Chef, give it a shot. Careful, it's hot, ah.
Yeah. Wow.
Is it cooked? Yes.
Super bouncy.
Happy to hear that.
This is when I first fell in love with food. After graduating culinary school, I got my first job in F&B. Since then, I quit a Michelin-star restaurant to open a hawker store. And I upgraded to a local-style restaurant. Now, full circle. I run a casual fine dining restaurant that elevates my home cuisine. Achievements aside, I'm a walking, talking local menu with a never-ending appetite. As dinner service winds down, I'm gonna show you where I go for a late-night hawker fix in this city. Singapore might not be known as the city that never sleeps, but I'd rather be known as the city that never stops eating. And for some of us, supper is the best meal of the day. And that means hitting up a Roti Prata mamak shop. I head up north of Singapore to a spot recommended by a chef I deeply admire. Hi, Chef Sovani.
Hey, hi, Chef
Nice
Gwen.
to
How are
meet
you?
you.
Nice to meet you.
Chef Milind Sovani, a culinary visionary known for elevating Indian cuisine. His restaurant was the first to earn a Michelin-star for Indian cuisine in Singapore. Chef, why is a mamak store called a mamak store?
In Tamil, they call mama, as in maternal uncle.
Yes.
So generally, a small neighborhood shop.
Can I say that in English is direct translation? Uncle's shop.
Yeah.
Perhaps because there is one main MVP fronting the shop. Handmade, a doughy mixture of flour, ghee, and salt laid to rest overnight. The mastery lies in the whirls and twirls of swift and seasoned hands. Once stretched over 4 to 5 times its original size, it gets slapped on a hot griddle, cooked right in front of you, and flipped till it achieves a crisp brown finish.
The best quality of a paratha should be one which is crispy from outside
Yes.
and soft and a little bit chewy from inside. It has to have those nice layers.
Layers, yes, like a croissant.
I would say it's an Indian flaky pastry.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Roti Prata is an Indian delicacy that we have been enjoying ever since migrants made their way to Singapore shores. Yummy! Chef, which is your favorite?
The coin paratha I always feel goes very well with a nice spicy mutton curry. One thing I love about paratha is actually can be had all throughout the day. For breakfast, you can have it with a tetare. For lunch, you can have it with a curry. For supper time, you can just have a crispy paratha. So most of the other restaurants close early in the evening by 8:39. They will capture that crowd which is looking for food after 10 p.m.
I think people of all ages, nobody have qualms coming to prata shop. Nobody. This reminds me of a place that still preserves its rich history and old world charm. A street corner in Jalan Besar. Beach Road Scissor-Cut curry rice is one of my favorite late night supper place. You know that it's a very rare find and good food when they only serve one item on the menu. This family has been running this kopitiam for 4 generations. A kopitiam is a type of coffee shop or informal restaurant in Singapore that serves a variety of local dishes. In this instance, one very popular dish.
你想吃什么？我介绍你啊，那个咖喱鸡好吃。
可以。
This dish is quintessentially Singaporean. Its recipe, a fusion of cultures. The breaded pork chop of British influence. The braised cabbage of chap chai, as widely known, has Peranakan's origin. The ingredients are cut up with a pair of scissors, hence the name of the shop. Then doused in a thick and mildly spicy curry of Indian roots but cooked in a Chinese flair.
Sweet. Thank you.
Hainanese curry rice is best shared, so I'm tucking into it with my crew who have just closed up. when this food was out in the 30s, they wanted to cater to everybody's palate. A blend of cultures. That's exactly what makes Singapore so delicious. Which leads me to my next spot, where people from all walks gather. A hawker centre, over 120 of them across the island, housing over 6,000 food stalls. Good food at equally good prices, run by some of the most hardworking chefs in the country. I hate Far East for this guilty pleasure to a hawker centre that's known for this rice dish, Nasi Lemak. A beloved dish by all Singaporeans that has roots in Malay cuisine. There are 4 hawker stalls selling the same dish. My loyalties lie with Mizi Corner Nasi Lemak, run by second-generation hawker Iskandar.
Yes,
you're cooking
actually I
right
just fried chicken wing.
chicken wing,
So
wow.
just nice, perfect timing.
Nasi Lemak is always made up of 5 elements. A dome of fragrant rice, roasted peanuts with little fried anchovies, and egg. Fresh cucumber. If you're greedy like me, you can add on fried chicken. And surrounded by a local hot sauce called sambal. What sets Mizi apart is the use of 100% basmati rice.
Using coconut milk, basmati rice just gives that perfect fluff.
So what's the secret to your award-winning sambal?
Because we listen to most of our customers and we realize that majority likes it a bit sweeter.
No one's sambal is ever the same. Preparation for Iskandar's grandmother's sambal begins at midnight and takes 8 to 10 hours to be ready. It's a concoction of chili paste, shrimp paste, and a myriad of aromatics which I'm not allowed to spell out that gives Mizi's sambal its distinct flavour. Thanks for the nasi lemak.
Yes, always.
So good. Is there a reason why you open until so late into the night?
Nasi lemak used to be a traditional breakfast dish. It's now being consumed any time of the day. Because during my grandma, it was like, okay, open in the morning, maybe after lunch, it's done, close shop. But then when we start to realize that, people are coming here for fishing, all the recreational activities beyond the daytime. So I feel that it's a good way, by opening longer hours, customers know that if they need to travel all the way to the east, they know that they can have it.
I believe that this is your family's commitment to your regular customers.
Yeah, and that's
And
fun.
I really appreciate you are taking over this tradition.
That's very nice to hear.
This late-night menu wouldn't be fully legit without a bowl of yong tau fu. It's a soup or sauce toss dish where you can mix and match ingredients like fishball and tofu and vegetables stuffed with fish paste, but we're not eating here. I'm taking you to the source. We head to a town called Toa Payoh in northern part of the central region. This isn't exactly an eating establishment. It's a wet market and at this time of the night, only one store operates. Technically, the store opens at 6 a.m., but fishball maker Delonix starts prep well into the night before. Hi, Delonix.
Hey, Gwyneth.
Delonix is slowly taking over his grandfather's 60-year-old fishball business. Do you measure the water or you just by eye?
We have our own way of tracking it. So the key thing is to add the water slowly, part by part, so that the texture will be very silky and consistent rather than lumpy and clumpy.
So it contributes to the bounciness of the fishball. All of his produce is made with 100% yellowtail fish. But this traditional way to make the dish is declining. From start to finish, how long does it take to do the fishball?
As early as around 11 p.m. From chopping to grinding to processing, everything will be done around 5+6. So it's a very long process.
Do you personally feel it's worth it handcrafting every single one of the fishball?
I definitely think that it is because nowadays it's really hard to find people who make fishball from scratch like us. I feel proud doing it because it's my family heritage. We've been doing it for over 60 years.
Each stage of the prep requires great skill. After the fish gets finely chopped, it gets hand-fed into a grinder twice. Then into a large mixer that gives the boing and bounce we love so much about the fish balls. Lastly, the paste is seasoned and gently shaped, one by one into a ball or stuffed into a vegetable.
When frankly, it's a very tough trade. I mean, they've been through it, right? Ours is opposite from other people. But for me, it's not only like just my dad's hard work, but also my grandfather's hard work. My goal is to bring this brand to 100 years old. Don't have to be big, but at least I want to preserve it for 100 years. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yep. So,
Okay.
you do this to compact.
Correct, correct. Oh, actually not bad, you still can, not bad, but wow, quite round for a first timer.
Is it very small?
A bit too small. The flow is correct already, make it bigger here already.
After all that prep, it's time to eat and I've come prepared.
Come, chef, give it a shot. Careful, it's hot,
Wow,
Is it cooked? Yes.
the texture is damn good, damn juicy, not dry. You can't find this type of texture in mass manufactured fish
Correct,
balls.
correct.
Yeah. Love it.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel pride knowing Singapore has food artisans like Delonix, carrying forward a time-honored craft. And what a way to end this supper adventure. Every conversation reminds me of how fortunate I am to have a seat at Singapore's table. A city where flavors are endless and every night holds the promise of a feast.